In the previous lecture, you have seen how to write assertions and along with a simple design module. But in that case, you had written the assertions in the same module where your design code is present. Now, assume the case where assertions are written by a different person other than the designer, or even if it is written by the designer, he wanted to separate the assertion from the design module itself. So there is a way in Systemverilog to separate assertions from the design module. Now we will modify this simple module command selector by separating this design code and this assertion code. Here I have written two modules. One is your same old command selector module where the actual design code is present, and also I've written a separate module named command selection assertions, and the assertions are placed in this module. In this case, there's only one single assertion, so it is placed in a different module named command selection assertion. And you might have seen that all the signals to this command selection assertion is declared as input, and the type is same as that of the command selector module, but all of them are given with direction as input. Now what you wanted is to associate these assertions into this module. So in the test bench, you have instantiated this module with name command selector 1, and you wanted to add these assertions to this command selector 1 instance of this particular module. So Systemverilog supports this property by using the bind keyword. So bind is a Systemverilog keyword. It enables a particular module instantiation to be bind with another module. So here you can see that this command selection assertion is a different module. While instantiating this command selection assertion, say with name command selection assertions 1, you can bind that instance to already existing instance in this scope. So here I have written like bind command selector 1, which is nothing but the instance of the original design module. So bind this design module instance to the instantiation of this command selection assertion module. When you bind a particular module instance to a different module instantiation, it is equivalent to instantiating this new instance into this already existing instance. So in this case, by this bind statement, it is equivalent to instantiating this command selection assertion once within this command selector 1 instance. If you find it hard to understand, assume a case where you are writing a separate module named command selection assertion and instantiating this module within the command selector module. So it will be like command selection So by specifying all the required signals as input to this new module, you can just add a dot star because all these signals are visible in this scope. So this statement in the test bench is exactly equivalent to this one. So it's an easy way of separating assertions or coverage writing from the original design modules. Now if you run this simulation, you will see this exact same result as you have seen in the previous lecture. Since you had given initial value to this both read enable and write enable, the assertion will be failing only at an internet place, which is at time 10,000 nanosecond. You can see that it's failing at time 10,000 nanosecond, which you have seen in the previous lecture. Now you have completely gone through a simple example of writing assertions. So this was very simplified form of writing, very simplified example of writing an assertion. I have not covered any complex properties. So the design module was very simple. Even with this very simple design module, you could try different combinations of assertions by changing the rules as you want. For example, instead of saying making a rule like only read enable or write enable is one high at a time, you just make another rule saying even if both read enable and write enable are high at a single point of time, read enable should be given priority and the output should be, the next cycle the command should be equal to read. So you can modify the design code to behave incorrectly and see and write the assertion for that, and see them, whether they are getting compiled and whether are getting asserted and failed in the simulation. I hope now you'll be able to write a simple assertion and compile it and simulate it. And in the next session onwards, you will see how to write complex assertions by using sequences in Systemverilog.